What's up, YouTube? LJ Turnbow, Larry Turnbow, here again. I'm still in beautiful Bacalar, Mexico, out here at the ecological park. I just come out here every morning. It's beautiful. Um, some folks out here on the paddle boards getting ready for the sunrise to come up. You can do like a sunrise tour. I don't know if y'all can see it. Can't really see them in the distance. So, yeah, this is where my thoughts kind of crystallize and flow the most clear when I'm by water, so I like to do these out here. So, but to get straight to it though, y'all saw the title, Astrology in the Stock Market, How to Put Diviners to the Test. Might pause this a few times too, just so you know. But, okay. So what am I talking about? Astrology in the stock market, how to put diviners to the test. You would be the richest person in the world, financially speaking, if you knew one thing with absolute certainty. If you knew what was going to happen tomorrow. Hear me out, right? And if you could see into the future, even just 12 hours, right? I'm not talking about being some prophet and knowing what's about to happen hundreds of years from now. If you could see into the future, even just 12 hours, you would play the winning lottery number. You would know what it was going to be, right? Assuming no butterfly effect type stuff, right? You'd play the winning lottery number. You would, as big as sports gambling and sports betting is these days, you know what the spread is going to be. You could create the craziest, 50-leg parlay, get the score correct with every game, every player's stats, everything, right? And that would you could turn $100 into $1 million. You would you'd win every single if you in the options markets, trading stock options, forex market, you would win every single trade you place, right? You could just play the earnings. People are guessing, picking their side, making a bet which way they think the stock is going to go after the earnings call. You know every time. You win every trade. You just do that over and over and over again until you're the richest person in the world, right? So, being able, and then this shows you just how much we truly can't predict the future. As much as we like to think, as smart as we think we are, and we know what's going to happen, we really don't. Because if you truly knew with certainty, 12 hours of what was going to happen, you'd be the richest person in the world. Now, what industry is dedicated? It's basically, I guess you could say this is every industry, right, with trends and forecasting and marketing, right, trying to see where things are going. But what industry is purely just probability and statistics, trying to figure out the likelihood that an event is going to happen? Insurance, right? Insurance is just probability. What is the likelihood that you're going to get into a car crash, right? Oh, you under 25? Yeah, your insurance is going to be higher, right? The premium that we charge you is going to be based on the likelihood. Oh, you getting health insurance, but you already been sick, you already got cancer, whatever. Oh yeah, your health insurance is through the roof, right? Because they want to be on the winning side. They want the premiums that you pay them over the life of this deal to be greater than whatever they may have to pay out for you. What's the likelihood a house is going to catch on fire in California? Pretty high. Guess what? These days, right now, home insurance companies not doing fire insurance in California. They just booked it out the whole state, right? So insurance is probability and statistics, the likelihood that a thing is going to happen. And options contracts are insurance on a stock. And okay, so let me continue to get to my point. This off the dome. I don't got no notes. Insurance is the most profitable business, right? Any major insurance company you could look on hand, they have billions of dollars of cash on hand. With everything that's going on right now, with the healthcare insurance, United Healthcare CEO Luigi and all that shit, they make absurd amounts of money. Banks can operate as an insurance company in a way with things that they do. I looked it up. Discover Bank made $3 billion last year profit. A friend of mine worked at an insurance company here in Michigan, where I'm from. He was telling me they have $15 billion cash on hand. Insurance is the most profitable business, and a casino effectively is an insurance company taken to the extreme because it's gambling for one party and business for the other. So really, casinos are kind of the most profitable business, and they make absurd amounts of money, right? All right, so what does this got to do with astrology? I want to throw this quote out here too. They say, I don't know if he actually ever said this, but it's attributed to him, J.P. Morgan, right? J.P. Morgan Chase, the gigantic bank. Millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. Did he ever actually say that? I don't know, but that's attributed to him. All right, but what do we got? What does this have to do with astrology? So I just kind of broke it down real quick. Knowing what's going to happen tomorrow would make you the richest person in the world, financially speaking, because you'd be the best investor in the world. Isn't the whole purpose of astrology, right? You're mapping out the stars and the planets and the energies that they carry with them, and by knowing where they are and what's squaring with another planet, and or how they line up, these are in conjunction, these are in alignment, based on their positions, the energy or the frequency at any given time that's hitting Earth, and what that's going to do to the collective psychology, maybe a certain group of people's psychology, depending on what their natal chart is and how it lines up with those energies, whatever, right? What's the whole purpose of that? It's for you to not literally predict the future, but to know kind of where things are trending, to know where things are going. Oh, the sun is doing this, so or July 4th is the day that the brightest star in the sky, Sirius, conjuncts with the sun or with Earth, right? I don't think it's a coincidence that America's birthday is July 4th, right? It's a day of high energy. We know every year the holiday season, Christmas rolls around. We know, and during holiday season, they got this, it's just automatic now, right? Consumerism is up during these times, right? I know for an absolute fact that, and so does Amazon. You can see it with their promotions during the holiday season, from the day after Thanksgiving to the end of the year. Consumerism is at an all-time high, and they're preparing for people to buy stuff. We know that February 14th, you can stand outside on the curb with with flowers and chocolates and all of that, and you're gonna be able to sell them, because that's that day. On that day, we've designated for Valentine's Day love, whatever, right? So just follow me here. What's the whole purpose of astrology? Is to know what is kind of coming on Earth based on where the planets are, what mindset people are in based on where the planets are. December 21st, 2012, that was the end of a 26,000 year cycle, and we moving into age of Aquarius now and out of the age of Pisces. So that means things are changing, and because things are changing, we can, I can adjust and position myself properly to benefit from that. No different than an investor in the stock market, somebody gambling on sports, whatever, right? So putting diviners to the test, right? If someone is a good astrologer, I'm not saying they should be the richest person in the world, although it's funny that they say J.P. Morgan, one of those titans of back in the day, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. I'm not saying you should be the richest person in the world, but if you are a good astrologer, that person should, in general, generally speaking, have more prosperity about them than the average person, because if they can truly see where things are going or trending, then you should be able to properly position yourself to benefit from that. And then also, you can work with clients and tell them things as well. But I apply this to all divination, not just astrology, right? Whatever your divination is, you in African traditional religions, and you work with the day, you can commune with certain spirits or whatever, or you get certain insights, or people who clairvoyant, and I have dreams about this and I know what's coming. If you know what's coming, if you even knew 12 hours what was coming, you could position yourself. That's what investing is. It's right, knowing where things are going, positioning yourself there first, buying into the stock before it blows up, and then riding the wave of it. Right here, let me pause for a second. So yeah, that's the whole purpose of it, right? So that should reflect in somebody's life. Would you go to You know, a dentist with bad teeth, or you know, like an overweight, out of shape, morbidly obese doctor? Would you, you know, get your car fixed from a guy whose car always raggedy? Well, maybe, I don't know. I've seen that. But you see what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Um, take financial advice from someone who's poor and destitute, even though, you know, I mean, you can learn from people what not to do as well. But you know, I know y'all get my point. How you put diviners to the test. If you could see into the future, even just 12 hours, you'd be the richest person in the world. The entire purpose of astrology is, as I understand it, and I'm very interested in anybody that's into astrology correcting me if I'm wrong or giving me your interpretation in the comments. Holla at me. But the entire purpose is to, you know, kind of forecast. Right? We do weather forecasts, which are not always 100% accurate, but it is right most of the time, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't listen to it. We wouldn't pay attention to it. So yeah, if you can look at your own life and planetary energies, seeing where things are going, um, what energies are coming and what's about to be prevalent, then you should be able to position yourself to benefit from that. And if someone is a true master astrologer, it should show in their life. And you know, someone might say, well, what if, you know, you into astrology but you ain't materialistic? Okay, well, yeah, you know, that don't mean you driving a Lambo and you live in a, you know, 10,000 square foot house. But whatever that is to you, you know, whatever prosperity and abundance is to you, if you really are a master astrologer, in my opinion, it should show for the reasons that I've just stated. And again, I put that with any divination system, um, whatever that might be. You know, your tarot, or you know, I know African. You know, let me not get into that. Tarot. You throw the shells. Africans, you know, traditional religion, or you know, you can speak with muertos. You can speak with the dead, or trying to think of some of the other ones. I don't know, man. Whether that's numerology, uh, whatever, man. Whatever occult practices you may either do yourself or consult with somebody for. Fortune tellers, they should have prosperity in their life. I mean, really, it's just as simple as that. Not, or you know, gypsy fortune tellers are kind of, you know, historically kind of famous for not, you know, being nomads and kind of being poor to a certain degree, but it don't make sense to me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just end it here. I could kind of keep rambling on at the same point. If it's anything I forgot, I might add it on at the end. But yeah, man, put these diviners to the test. Put these astrologers to the test. People love to swear they got you so figured out just because they know your sun sign. Don't know anything else about your natal chart, but they got your sun sign figured out, so they got everything about you figured out. I don't really trust people like that, or their knowledge of astrology when they start talking like that. Um, it's deeper than that. And astrology, personally, it's not my chosen form of divination, but I would never say it's nothing to it. It's not something that I'm super deep into myself, but I know there are a lot of people who are. So yeah, man, I'm gonna just leave it there. Let me get up for a second real quick. Here, I'm gonna just get up for a second. Show y'all something. A selfie stick. I'm gonna leave it there, but yeah, man, I'd be interested in hearing anybody's thoughts on this. A little extra. The sun finally came up. It's cloudy though, so you don't get that real beautiful sunrise, but it's more light out here now. All right, peace and love, y'all. Take care. See y'all in the next video.